flagger to motion you on. The flagger will tell you when you can go. All right, now go back on track. Stay on the right side.
Hey everyone, so welcome back to the channel. I apologize for the delay. So I got back from the track and I'm still working on my comfort level of actually filming in public. So I'm just doing a little bit more in private, and I would have done some at the track, but it was busy, and I am not used to being as busy as I thought, or as that ended up being. I did not expect at all to be running around and having like almost no time. Like 4 hours was pretty quick in between runs with a lot of stuff that was going on, and keeping up with friends and all that. So anyway, back here in the garage, and excuse the mess. I literally got home Sunday night at 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. Just quickly got the car out of the trailer, and then went and dumped the trailer into the storage unit, came back home and went to sleep, and it's been nonstop work since then. So I haven't been able to look over the car even a little bit, or take out the tools from the truck. So the only thing I've got is the fuel out of the truck bed, so that the fuel doesn't absorb as much moisture as it could, because it's starting to get quite a bit humid out here now. The summer's actually the weather has taken a turn, and the humidity and heat is actually getting pretty freaking rough. And the garage door is also closed, as you can see, just because my allergies to pollen that have only originated a couple of years ago, it started to get insane. Like I cleaned the car last night, or the Audi last night, and it's already covered in pollen from just sitting in the work parking lot. Anyway, so coming back from while we were at the track, on the last run, my instructor said he was smelling oil, and I was like, huh, that's interesting. Like, my sense of smell just sucks, so I couldn't really smell anything. It's only when it's like super strong and pungent. But you won't be able to see it because it's so dark right now, and I don't have a flashlight handy. But the rear diff is, yeah, it's freaking dark. So, and the offward transition. I had to get a flashlight so you guys can actually see this better, because I looked at the camera and it's just pure dark. But you can't even see it really all that well, even with the flashlight on there. But the rear diff definitely has fluid coming out. Well, it had fluid coming out of it. It's obviously kind of like solidified a little bit due to the dirt from driving it and whatnot. And then the exhaust hanger right here, busted off. So I need to get that welded when I get the chance. There's the fuel cans. I actually used quite a bit of fuel. I was using, just running off pump E85, I was using a little bit, around a quarter of a tank per session. And obviously the sessions are only 20 minutes long, but I was in, once I got my shifting down and I got my instructor off of me, as he was yelling for the first couple of sessions because I was just all over in the gears. But I stayed pretty consistently in third, fourth, and fifth, and reached up to sixth for the straightaways. And just keep in mind, I do have, well, not keep in mind, I'm just telling you now, but I do have a JDM version 7 6-speed in the car, so it's got some extremely short gears. And something I was amazed by is, even from this view, you can see how much of a front bias the braking system is. And I have the Hawk HPS 5.0 front brake pads, and I forget what I had in the rear, but they're not exactly meant for track, so I didn't brake too hard on them while I was there, but it was pretty rough and tumble. It did do a good job braking, but I didn't have enough trust in the system, especially after I took a ride with my instructor. That dude was able to hammer. I was stopping at around the five marker. I think that was 500 meters. And he was stopping around the 2, and he was just literally slamming on his brakes, and the car was responding really well. But he also knew the lines way better than I did. Anyway, coming back, I immediately called my parts guy as soon as I could. Before we left, they weren't able to arrive, but I do have my ignition coils, and in a video that I'll post on this video, I'll show you, or you'll see some of the breakups that I was having while I was on the straightaway. I don't know why I was breaking up in the higher RPMs, but I just want to be as transparent with you all as possible to show you that an amateur like me has issues. I'm not all that pro, but I'm working my way up from the bottom. Anyway, so got those ignition coils in finally. I'll be switching those out here after I record this. I also ordered some brake fluid, RBF 660 from Motul, so I can get some higher temp brake fluid in there, and I think that'll mix well with the Brembo brake calipers and then the stainless steel braided lines. And later on down the road, I'll be getting some, what are they? Raybestos brake pads, the ST43s or 45s, whichever one I choose. They're pricey, but it's what my instructor recommended, so I kind of want to try them out. But I also bought some Motul gear oil so I can change out the fluid in the rear diff. But the transmission still handled really, really freaking well, so I was pretty astounded by that. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and install these ignition coils. I might clean the injectors too, but I think that's going to be at a later time. There wasn't really any problem with fuel delivery other than spark. The fuel trims stayed pretty solid throughout the entire couple of days. But anyway, I'll install those, and and then I'll include a couple of videos from my runs down the track. I'm obviously going to start from the very beginning, where my instructor was extremely angry with me, like pretty irate. I'm sure I boiled his blood a little bit, probably scared him a little bit too, as you'll see from one of the clips. And then by the end of it, after the first run, I decided to quit, because found out about the rear diff leaking and then the exhaust hanger having broken off. I decided to cut my losses because there were rumors going around that the track officials were fining people if track sessions had to be halted or shortened for any period of time due to cleanup. And then, I'll go all the way through that until the last session that I had, which was the first session of Sunday out of all 4 of them that there were for the HPDE1 class. But yeah, in 5 sessions, my instructor said I went from a miserable driver that had no clue what he was doing to someone that he felt incredibly comfortable with. So felt good about that, and I hope I make some more progress next time. Hopefully I don't have the spark issues, and we'll see if I can get a solo run next time as well. But here's some video clips for you. Enjoy, and until next time. Hey team, almost forgot. This weekend I'm actually filming on the 25th, and Formula One season is starting this weekend, so happy beginning to the F1 2021 season. Not sure who you're a fan of. Obviously, I'm pretty sure everybody's a huge fan of Mercedes, but I'm also looking forward to seeing what Aston Martin can do this year. Pretty exciting to see them. I wasn't a huge fan of Vettel in his last couple of years with Ferrari, but seems like he's got some renewed energy now that he's with Aston Martin. Red Bull and Ferrari are obviously up there to be interested in, and I'm also kind of interested to see how McLaren does. But anyway, happy start to the F1 season, as well as MotoGP and all those other racing sporting events. It's rather exciting. Motorsport is coming back in, and in honor of that, here's my turbo. Oh boy, just completed the install. So all right, y'all, until next time.